chosen ones, empaths, and all the real ones. This narcissist ruminates about you intensely. Now you may realize that you ruminate as well. But when you realize that E equals MC squared and everything is energy, then energy goes where energy flows. And at the moment, this energy that the narcissist is ruminating about you is flowing in your direction. This is why it's a must and it's vital that you break the soul tie. You have to break the soul tie as soon as possible. You see, I've come across people that struggle to break the soul tie. They struggle to envision the narcissist and them and wherever they are and a cord between and cutting that cord. They struggled to do it. They struggled even to get round to doing it because they didn't want to let go. But what I'm saying to you is, if you do that process as soon as possible, then the arrival of thoughts that come after that, you can treat as intrusive, or you can treat as external, or you can treat as something unwanted thoughts. And you can begin to say, no, I don't want to, you can say that's a passing thought, enters the mind, and let it go, let it flow away. And because you know you've made that sincere intention about cutting the soul tie. Please like, share, and subscribe. But the narcissist will continue to, even after you begin, it begins to fade, it begins to subside, and rumination for you begins to go away. It becomes more of a reflection. You begin to even totally forget about the narcissist. Their rumination doesn't go away. Okay, live in their minds for a long time. You know, you live in their minds, you exist in their minds. All right, I've seen proofs and evidences, and I've spoken to many people about these narcissists and how they can't let go. You making the sincere intention of cutting the soul tie must weaken this energy field. It's a theory that I have. I believe that there is some kind of energy that is binding the souls together. You can have this soul ties in non-romantic relationships. It's not just romantic relationships. But it's vital that you do cut this soul tie. Okay, you are living in a narcissist mind, but this is triggering the rumination in you. So be aware that when this is not like psychic abilities or anything like that. It's just common sense, really, that if someone is preoccupied with you entirely, thinking about you, like there's old wives' tales and things when someone speaks about your ears burn, and there's all these things, like they're putting energy into you from a distance. It will have a significant effect. Okay, like when you think the words are a vibration, then thoughts on a deeper than that, where they maybe can't analyze, prayers, thoughts, they come in from different places, different realms, you see. So it does trigger this rumination in you. So what I want you to do is the arrival of thoughts, because I've spoken to people that have had dark thoughts, spoken to a few people that have mentioned dark thoughts, spoken to a few people that have mentioned intrusive thoughts and things like that to do with the narcissist. Don't delve into these thoughts. Don't fight these thoughts. Let them flow. Let them pass by. Imagine the thoughts come in. Imagine the thoughts go in. Okay, this is how you break the rumination. They're not going to do these types of things, right? They're just going to bottle it up. You're going to live in their minds. Okay, you're going to haunt their minds. And this is what they do. They will think about you a lot. All right? It's not just you they think about. They think about other people on their radar as well. Other people who they've targeted. Other people. They're obsessed with sources of supply. You see? But there's a difference with you. You're the one that supersedes. You're the one that stands out from the rest. You're the one that will always be the one that stands out from the rest. Okay? You will be. All right? It's very rare that a narcissist comes across like another chosen one, another empath, another real one in a world full of phonies. Okay? In a world full of phonies, they don't come across that. All right? So, look, they're ruminating, going through stuff. You see, if you are suffering from dark thoughts, right? I always advise you to take a walk. But sometimes you get it at night, you know, if you're having dark thoughts or rumination about the narcissist. You know, I am running 24-hour sessions now, so if you ever need to talk, I'm available 24 hours. You know, I just thought I'd put that in there because some people don't have anyone to speak to, right? There was someone who I spoke to, and like they were, you know, they were calling these things, and these weren't places of help. You see, like I'm not claiming that I can heal you or something, but I believe that talking therapy or talking things through can help. And sometimes people don't have anyone to talk to because narcissists have isolated them from a lot of people, right? And I've spoken to a lot of people. It's coming up more and more and more. Because I used to touch on people having suicidal ideations, dark thoughts, things like that. But it's coming up more and more and more when I'm speaking to people that this is what these narcissists are pushing people to feel like, right? So I think that please be aware of this rumination from the narcissist. This triggering, it can trigger these thoughts in you, especially if you're trying to go your own way. Any thought about them can sway you off into dark patterns and dark spirals of thought. Okay, so if you ever need to talk things through, I'm available. I'm gonna see how this works. I'm gonna try and stick to it. You know, I'm gonna try and stick to this 24-hour thing because I realized that I looked through there's people from all over the world, even if it's a small minority of people, and a large proportion is in, you know, a different location. There's still people from all over the world that are watching, so I thought I should be open up for all time zones. Enough about that. But the narcissist, this rumination is triggering you in ways. All right, so be aware of that, as well as, you know, what I'd say is because of the trauma that you go through, people associate things with negative forces, devils, things like that, whatever you want to call it, right? But your mind can actually get traumatized and get sick. And this is what I need you to be wary of, that the trauma that you've gone through from the narcissist, even when you go on your glow up period, you start rising, you start healing, you go further on with your journey, there can still be trauma that's left over in you. All right, and you only notice things further down the line. And not that you're always gonna, it's nothing like how you feel when you're in the intense darkness of the moment, but you'll realize that you'll have certain, see, it's not just romantic relationships, that's not what I'm talking about, because a lot of you have had like psychopaths and toxic friends and families and things like that. There's a lot of things that takes some time to heal and let the mind process and heal, right? So understand that your mind is trying to filter out what's. Remember, these spiritual attacks have come from directions from people that you deem to be worthy and nice. So it's like the brain didn't know what was going on. So it's shocking for the brain. It shocks the brain. I think, like, if you think I'm wrong, put it in the comment section. But when someone that you love or you care about deeply wrongs you, it does traumatize you because it shocks the brain. So for you can be in spirals of thought. You can get further down the line, and you realize that you've got certain traumas, even if you're involved in new relationships, around new people, new location, doing your thing. Like, you'll realize that there's some remnants, not a lot, but there can be some remnants of suppressed emotions and trauma and things like that you've gone through. So please embrace that the next time these thoughts arise in your mind, it can be coming from the narcissist. I'm not saying that the narcissist is trying to send you love messages telepathically through the spirit and all of that. What I'm trying to say is them obsessing about you does have an effect, an energetic effect, and you can feel that, which can trigger your rumination. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. You can also request a custom video. All video requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the main channel for more content. All links you need are in the description box below, and I'll be back on our video soon. Peace.